Hey, good afternoon, class.
Good afternoon,
Good
sir.
afternoon, sir.
Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our sins, as we forgive those who trespass us. And not bring us into temptation, but deliver us from evil.
Amen. Visit lang. Okay, Miss Adelpa, sino sa absent na tulog?
None so far, sir.
Okay, very good. Okay, kumpleto ta. So, before na mag-start atong klase, I just want to remind you sa atong classroom rules. So, first is no cell phone allowed. Kung na mo yung cellphone, pwede turn it off. And kung pwede, silent lang. Kung na ay pangutana, please raise your hand. And kung tawagan ka mo, please participate. Okay? Okay, so I have here an activity sheet for you to answer. I will give you only 5 minutes to answer. And fill the words on its missing letter. Use the given hint. Once you receive the paper, you can start. One minute left. Okay, are you done?
Yes, sir.
Okay, exchange your papers to your seatmate. And let's check your answer. Okay? For number 1, can you please read this report?
It is the expression inside the square root symbol of the quadratic formula.
And what is your answer?
Discriminant, sir.
Okay, it is discriminant. Number 2, Miss Alma.
Use the symbol for the square root or higher order root of the number. It's 24%.
Okay, radical sign. For number 3, Miss Gemma.
It is valued inside the radical symbol.
And?
Radical sign. Radical.
Okay, radical. Now, it is the solution to an equation usually expressed as a number or an algebraic formula. What's your answer? Mr. Ali.
Root, sir.
Okay, roots. For number 5, Mr. Ali, can you please read?
2x squared minus 3x plus 1 is equal to 0 is an example of 4 squared minus 4ac. B squared minus 4ac.
Okay. Quadratic equation.
Sorry, sir.
Okay. It is an algebraic expression of the quadratic formula called the what?
Formula b squared minus 4ac, sir.
Okay. So we have now. Please pass your paper to the front. So, since what have you learned in our previous topic? Do you have any idea? Any hands? Story 4.
Sir, we are able to solve quadratic equation using the quadratic formula.
Okay. So since you already know how to solve quadratic equation using quadratic formula, we can now proceed to our next topic. But before that, I have here a video presentation for you. I want you to watch na hindi magsaba-saba and maminaw tagtaro. Okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Let's have a review first. See these numbers here? We are going to classify them as two real numbers, not real numbers, rational numbers, irrational numbers, and perfect square numbers. Let's start with the square root of -8. The square root of -8 is not a real number because this will give you an imaginary answer. Next, 95.7, it's a real number, and also it is a rational number. Rational number is terminating decimal, just like this one. Next, we have 25, it is a real number, and also a rational number. By definition, rational numbers are numbers that can be expressed as a quotient of two polynomials. And 25 can be expressed as 25 divided by 1. 25 and 1 are both polynomials. Also, 25 is a perfect square number because the square root of 25 is positive and negative 5. Next, let's have 1/3. 1/3 is a real number. And also, it is a rational number. A polynomial over a polynomial. And when you divide 1 by 3, it is a non-terminating, repeating decimals of 3. That is another definition of rational numbers. Non-terminating, repeating decimals. Next is the square root of 64. It is a real number. And the square root of 64 is equivalent to 8. Therefore, it is also a rational number, just like 25. Next, we have pi. Pi is a real number. And also, it is an irrational number because pi has a value that is non-terminating and non-repeating decimal. Next one is square root of -16 all over 4. This is not a real number. Once again, a negative number under the square root symbol will give you an imaginary result. Next, 3 over 5 is a real number and also a rational number. Polynomial over a polynomial. And when you convert this into decimal form, it is a terminating decimal, just like 95.7. Last one is the square root of 29. It is a real number. And it is also an irrational number. Just like pi, it has a value that is non-terminating and non-repeating decimal.
Okay? What have you observed in the video presented that I shown you? Okay? Mr.
I observed, sir, that the numbers when we solve negative are not real numbers. Yes, not real numbers.
Okay? Is it done? Any other hands? Do you have any other hands? Okay, Mr. Record.
I also observed, sir, that irrational numbers are numbers that are non-terminating and non-repeating numbers.
Okay, please sit down. Now, our lesson for today is all about
Let's have a
this. Read all together.
Characterize the rules of quadratic equation using the formula.
Okay. So, unsa may relevant sa video presented nga? Unsa may kadunggan niya? Unsa may relevance niya sa video presentation kung sa akong sa display nila? Any hands? Okay, any idea? Mr. Ali?
Discriminant is one of the other way to identify the characteristic of a quadratic equation.
Okay. Very good. And in addition to that, we all know that in the quadratic equation there is two roots. And in the quadratic the quadratic formula, we can there is an expression there that we are able to use na dito sa kita. Okay? And we call it this formula. Okay? So now given the example of x squared minus 6x plus 9. So, kung sa may first na itong buhaton. So, kung sa may values atong A, B, and C. Okay, gusto nyo pa?
The value of A is 1, and the value of B is negative 6, and the value of C is 9.
Okay, very good. Can you write it on the board? Okay, thank you. Sandal pa. Okay, now, kung sa may next na ito buhaton. Kung sa man ito next buhaton para makuha natin ang screen na. We are able to, what?
Substitute, sir.
Okay, we have,
By the formula.
we have to substitute the given values to the formula. Okay, so we have, what is our expression? What is our business formula?
B
equals S squared minus 4AC.
Okay. Substituting the values. What is the value of RB?
Negative 6.
And
Minus 4 times 1 times 9.
okay, very good. So the next thing to do is to solve the.
Simplify the operation inside the parentheses, sir.
Okay, very good. Negative 6 multiplied by negative 6.
Positive 32, 36.
Okay. And 1 multiplied by 9.
9.
And negative 4 multiplied by 9.
Negative 36.
Okay. So now that we have the value of discriminant of 0, basta may next na buhaton para ma-characterize o para makita na ma-identify na ito kung sa'y kung ano niya. We're going to check the
The answer, we're going to check if our, our answer.
we're going to check the two roots using quadratic
Formula.
formula. Okay? So who wants to solve the quadratic formula? Okay, Miss Alma? Okay, thank you, Miss Alma. So now, how can we express the value of our x sub 1 and x sub 2? So how to express? Okay, Mr. Yupar?
Sir, the value of x sub 1 and x sub 2 are real, rational, and equal.
Okay, anong real man siya, Mr. Yupar?
Because it is a whole number, it is rational because it can be divided into two polynomials. And as you can see, x sub 1 and x sub 2 are both equal to 4.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Yupar. So, it is real, rational, and equal. Okay. Moving on, for the next example, we have here x squared minus 4x plus 3. So, who can try to find the value of ABC and substitute the discriminant for this one, for this example? Can we have Ali? Okay, so now we have the value of discriminant of 4. Now, in the first example, okay, in the next example, what is the next thing to do that para makuha na mo siya? Parehari ako sa equation 1. So, isa yung makasolve for quadratic formula. Okay? Diyan. Ms. Gemma, it is exact 2. Okay, thank you, Ms. Gemma. Now, so, how can we express or how can we describe our roots in this equation? Do we have any idea? Mr. Yopar?
Our roots, sir, is real, rational, but not equal.
Okay, nga galing real siya?
Real because it's a whole number. Rational because it can be divided into two polynomials. And as you can see, it is not equal because x sub 1 is equal to 3 while x sub 2 is equal to 1.
Okay, very good. So now, for the remaining examples, I need 2 volunteers to solve for the whole equation. So, it's a pwede mo volunteer. We have Ms. Adelpha and Mr. Yopor. Please stand up. So, we have the equation of x squared minus 7x minus 4. And x squared minus 7x
Hindi mo pa nasa, sir.
oh yes sir. Okay, Mr. Delpa. value of our A, B, and C? We have
A1.
all together.
A equals 1,
B
E
equals
equals
negative 7, C equals negative 4.
Okay. Substitute it and what I mentioned, negative 7 multiplied by negative 7. Okay. So we substitute the value. So we have 49 plus 16. Now we have the value of discriminant of 65. Okay? And we already got the roots of altogether. Can you read this?
X
Sub
sub
1
1
equals
equals
7 plus square root of 65 over 2.
Okay. So for the x sub 2,
X
X
sub
sub
2
2
is equal
equals
to
7 minus negative 65 over 2.
okay. Now, how can we express the two roots of this equation? Okay, do we have any hand? Mr. Ali,
Can this be described as real, rational, and non-equal?
okay, anong real mo siya? Okay?
Because it is not a perfect square.
It is not a, yes, it is not a perfect square for the
Negative.
discriminant. How about sa tibukid siya?
No idea, sir.
Okay, please sit down. Mr. Report.
I can be described, I can be expressed as one, sir. Irrational and non-equal.
Okay, irrational siya kahit
Because dili siya perfect square, and at the same time, dili siya parehas because
negative.
negative and positive.
Okay.
Isa one is positive, but something is negative.
Okay, very good. Okay, for number 4, we have, can you please read all together the equation 4?
2x squared plus 3x plus 5 is equals to 0.
Okay, what is the value? What are the value of our A, B, and C?
A equals to 2, B equals to 3, and C equals to 5.
Since that we already have the value of discriminant to negative, the value of our two roots is what? We already know that the value of two roots is Mr. Report.
Ano, sir? Not real, sir.
Okay.
Has no real roots.
Okay, dili siya real roots. Teka naman.
Because it is negative.
Okay, and what is the other term for that?
Imaginary number, sir.
Okay, very good. So nasabtan ba ba?
Yes, sir.
Nasabtan ba ba tanan? Okay. So, this time, I want you to group into two. So, ayaw mag-group. Group into two. And count.
One,
3,
3, I want.
2.
one.
Okay, all group number 1, delete. And all group number 2, delete. Is that right? Group number 1, the left on group number 2. Okay? So I have here a problem. Solve the following problem using quadratic formula. Compute the discriminant and identify the nature or characteristics of its roots. So, I will be grading you by these rubrics. So, accuracy is 5 points, application is 5 points, neatness is 5 points, and participation is 5 points. So, overall, you will get 20 points. Okay? So, the problem is, a ball is shot into the air from the edge of a building. So, read with me. 50 feet above
The ground is feet per second. The equation h is equal to negative 16 t squared plus 23 plus 50. We can use to model the height of the ball after 3 seconds. About how long does it take for the ball to hit the ground?
Okay, so I will give you only 10 minutes to answer. And you can start when you receive your Manila paper. After that, after you get your answer, you choose your representative and discuss your answers to the front. Okay, 5 minutes left. Three minutes left. minute left. Okay, are you done? Are you done? Later na siya i-close para mo man ang kita. Okay, are you done?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Both group, can you post your answers and describe and identify the characteristics of each group. Explain your answer. That doesn't read the third. Okay, group one.
Okay, so this was a given equation. H matrix equals to negative 16 b squared plus 150 plus 50. So since h is equals to 0, so as this lang, so 0 divided by 2 both. So 0 divided by negative 2 equals negative 16 b squared plus 23 plus 50 over negative 2. So ang nakapat na ito is 0 is equals to negative divided by negative is equals to positive. So 8 b squared minus 10p minus 50. So now let's find the value of a, b, and c. So our a is equals to 8, our b is equals to 10, negative 10, and our c is equals to negative 25. So our formula for the discriminant is b squared minus 4ac. So our b is equals to negative 10. So negative 10 squared minus 4 times 8 times negative 25. So negative 10 times negative 10 is equals to 100. And 8 times 25 is equals to 200. So negative 200 times negative 4 is equals to positive 800. So in addition na ito, 100 plus 800 is equals to our discriminant, which is equal to 900. And then let's find our roots. So x of 1 is equals to our negative 10, negative times negative 10 plus the square root of our discriminant, which is the 900, over 2 times 8. So, ano siya? Ang nakamap na mo. Then, naman lang ang simplify 10 plus 20 over 16. So, 2 times 8 is 16. Negative times negative is positive. Then, ang square root of 900 is 20. So, simplify na lang din siya kahit yung 8 plus 40 siya plus 16. So, i-factor siya o 8. Yan ang mo siya 5 over 2. Then, our x of 2, negative times negative 10 minus the square root of 900 over 2 times 8. So, since negative times negative is equal to positive, so positive 10. And the square root of 900 is, since it is a negative, so negative 30. So 10 minus 30 is equal to negative 20 over 16. So since 20, i-factor na ko siya of 4. So ang nakamag na mo is x of 2 is equal to negative 5 over 4.
Okay. So what can you express on your roots?
Our roots is irrational and not equal.
Okay. This is done for the representative for number 2. Group 2.
So we have the value of h is equal to 0. So given h is equal to negative 16t squared plus 20t plus 50. So we have 0 divided 2 is equal to 16, negative 16t squared plus 23 plus 50 over 2. Since negative 16 divide 2, so we have negative 8 squared. Then 20 divide 2, so we have plus 10t. And then 50 divide 2, so we have plus 25. Then by using the subtraction property of equality, so it becomes 8t squared, minus 10t minus 25 is equal to 0. Since we are using subtraction of property in equality, so all the positive numbers, so mabalin siya of negative. And then we have the values of A, B, C is A is equal to 8, B is equal to negative 10, C is equal to negative 25. So to find the discriminant, so we have two substitutes. So negative 10 squared, so we have 100. And negative 4 times 8 times negative 25, so 8 times negative 25 is 400. Negative 200, then times to negative 4. So we have 800. So 100 plus 800 is 900. So this is the discriminant. And then to find the rows, we have x sub 1 is equal to negative times negative 10 plus the square root of 900. So divide 2 times 8. So we have negative, so positive. Then the square root of 900 is 30. So 40 over 16. Then or x sub 1 is equal to 5 over 2. Then to the x sub 2, so we have negative and negative, so positive 10 minus square root of 900 is 30. 2 times 8 is 16, so the x sub 2 is equal to negative 5 over 4.
Okay, what can you express in your roots?
Not equal, sir, and irrational.
Okay,
Rational and not equal. Yes.
national. Figures out around the class. So, let's continue. Are there any additional practical applications na ma-apply natin sa atong railroad operation? Naka ba? Any idea? For example, okay, Mr. Yopor?
For example, sir, in measuring the hands, it can be explained by or an object, measuring an object, a box, or in a room,
Okay.
or for example, in science, you can measure it to the resistors of parallel circuits.
Okay, very good. So, just like the concept, in calculating areas, in science, also in athletic. For example, like drawing a ball, when you play a ball, kanang mula o basketball, kung iksa mo, we can calculate the parabola. Okay? So, for the profit, kung na two variables na multiplied by itself, quadratic equation is ayun na siya musulod. Okay? For finding speed, another, for example, finding speed is very important.
For example, sir, is when you calculate the velocity of moving object.
Okay? So, another one, any idea? Mr. Ali.
Sir,
Mr. Ali. Kuan, kanang idea nimo about sa ato ang real application sa atong life.
no idea, sir.
Sa ato ang kuan.
No idea, sir.
Okay, please sit down. Miss Alma.
I don't have an idea.
Okay, so another example is satellite dish. Okay, another example is satellite dish. Kana bitaw makita ninyo nga kanang sana mga tawanan kanang mapping ball.
Yes.
Oh. So nag-convey na siya og curved mirror. So So, pwede na ito makalculate using quadratic equation. Okay? So nasabtan na ba tanan? Nasabtan na ba ato ang discussion karon?
Yes, sir.
Okay, alright. Dito sabi.
Allah.
Slide sa pagkadua. Okay.
Stop pa, sir.
Dito. Okay. Sit down.
Okay.
So, unsa gani mahitabo sa ato ang equation? Unsa gani mahitabo sa ato ang discriminant? If ang atong discriminant kay 0, unsa gani mahitabo? Kung ato ang discriminant kay 0, what?
Groups are real, rational, and equal.
Okay. It is okay. It is real, rational, and equal. So, kung sa ganyan mahitabo sa ito ang discriminant, kung atong discriminant kay greater than 0, pero perfect square siya. Just like sa inyo ang activity, this lemma.
The roots are real, rational, and not equal.
Okay, very good. Or, kung pero greater than 0 siya, then hindi siya perfect square, kasi may tabo sa ito ang roots. Oh, Miss Alma.
I'm not Alma, sir. I'm Adalpa.
May nagano pa.
Real, sir. Irrational, and not equal, sir.
Okay, real.
Real, irrational, and not equal.
Okay, very good. And what if, kung ato ang discriminant is less than 0?
No real roots.
Okay, no real roots. Nganong no real roots gani siya? Kaya?
Imaginary number.
Okay, imaginary number. Ngayon na kayo mga taga imaginary number siya.
Negative, sir.
Okay, why? Okay, dili na to dili na to ma-extract ang negative sa iyaang square root. Okay? So, nasaktan na ba?
Yes,
Yes, sir.
Okay, for now, get 1/2 sheet of paper and find the value of discriminant and describe the nature of the roots in this following equation. Okay, get 1/2 sheet of paper. I will give you only 5 minutes to answer. When you're done, we will check your answer later. Okay, we're done.
Yes, sir.
Okay, exchange your papers with your seatmate. We will answer your quiz. Okay, for number 1, we have the answer of discriminant negative 12. Okay, that's correct. And the roots are? Okay. For example, we have 2 plus square root of negative 12 divided by 2, and for example 2, we have 2 minus square root of negative 12 divided by 2. And it has, what is the expression? What can we describe? It has,
Irrational and not equal.
Not equal.
sure?
Not
Not equal.
Very good.
equal.
It is no real roots. Okay. So, for number 2, we have the discriminant of 88. So, our roots are -4 plus square root of 88 divided by 2, and x sub 2 is equal to -4 minus square root of 88 divided by 2. It is what? How do you describe? It has?
Imaginary number.
Sure? Sure?
Not equal.
I'm not sure.
It is what?
No real
No
number.
real roots.
No real roots.
No
It
real
is?
imaginary number.
Imaginary numbers.
No. It is
The roots
real.
Irrational.
Okay. So, we got the score of, we got the number 2 questions correct. Please pass your paper. We got the correct answer 1. Okay. For your assignment, please copy this and we'll check it tomorrow. So, goodbye class.
Goodbye, sir, and thank you.
Thank you.
See you next meeting.
Bye, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yeah.